Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going through my ridiculous May TBR, and then also I want to go over some announcements. So in the link below there is a section that has my Patreon link. If you want to go sign up to be a Patreon member, there are two different levels. The lowest level gets you, all of my exclusive content that I'm going to put on there. Also gets you access to the book club that I am going to start in August. So you will be able to be a part of that on choosing which series we are going to read together and doing some spoilery videos and talking with you about that. The highest level is going to be not only where you get to be a part of my book club and get my exclusive content, but you will also get to suggest a video or a book for me that I will read each month. I may pick one or two every month, and if I have read it before, I will let you know to repick another book. So I cannot wait to see what your choices are. There will be a lot more things added on as we go, but right now I just kind of wanted to start small, kind of, get my community of followers together. Let's talk about things. Let's, suggest books and things like that. So definitely make sure that you head on over there, and then also make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. And then without further ado, let's get into my May TBR. So the first book that is on my TBR, I actually have to get a new one from Amazon because look what they did to this. It is completely off center. It is actually like cut at an angle. So then whenever you look at the wording on here, it's all like at an angle. It's horrible. Like, it's thinner down here and then chunkier down here. Like, I feel like somebody was like cutting and they did it at an angle. So this is on my May TBR, but I'm waiting for my new copy to get in. I already, put in an order for it being defective and waiting for them to send another copy. So this is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. It is book 2 in the duology. The first book I read in March, I believe, and it was called The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and it follows Aurea, who went through the Kajari and, now is like the champion of the Kajari, and, she's in a vampire world with like these ruthless vampires, and she's having to survive because Vincent is now dead. So can't wait to continue this whenever I get my new copy in. The next book is the book that I did start at the end of April. It was like the last few days of April. And I was thinking I was going to get through it, but things happened in, life where I ended up not getting to it. So I am going to be finishing it first thing in May, but that is What Lies Beyond the Veil by Harper L. Woods. This book is following our main female character who lives in this world where women are supposed to be virtuous and, like a virgin and untouched until they are married. And the king wants to have her for himself. And so she ends up deciding to sacrifice herself because every year they have to have someone sacrificed to keep the veil up so the fae stay out. And as she's being sacrificed, the veil falls. And now she's on the run with her brother and trying to stay away from the wild hunt. She is fae marked, which means that, she is destined to either die or be the mate of the fae king. I'm not sure. So I'm going to be finding out. So I'm definitely going to be finishing this up first part of May. The next book is a book that I am going to be reading for Becca and the Books. I will try to remember to link her channel below. I have been a follower of her for a long time, and she has a book club, and they decided to read this book series, and so I am going to read it as well. They've already read the first book. They're on the second book now, but this one is Blood Mercy by Vila Roth. It is a very chunky book. It is there's like 650 pages in here. So, I'm definitely having a very heavy month on thick books, but I'm going to try to get this read. I have been told that it is it's like a political romance. It is a slow burn romance, and I've heard that the love interest is a cinnamon roll. So we're going to see how I like that. But this is book 1 in the Blood Grace series. And then they're on the second book, which is called Blood Solace. And I'm hoping to get caught up to them soon, but I plan on reading this month. So those are my first 3 priorities. All the rest of them, I don't know if I'm going to get to all of these or not. So if I don't, they'll go on to my June TBR, but the rest of them can just be in any order that I read them. But the first one is American Queen by Sierra Simone. I have no idea what this one's about. I think that it is a love triangle, possibly a reverse harem. I'm not sure. But I saw this at Books A Million, and I was like, I've never read anything from Sierra Simone, so I'm definitely going to give it a try. The next book that I have on my TBR is Night Chaser by Amanda Boucher. I have heard nothing but good things about Amanda Boucher and all of her books, and I wanted to start with this one only because, you know, the cover is absolutely beautiful. But this one is part of the Endeavor trilogy. I don't know. I'm hoping this is book 1. I don't know if it is or not. But anyway, I'm definitely planning on... Yeah, so this is the first book. So it is the Endeavor trilogy, and I'm going to read this because look how gorgeous this is. I know nothing about this book. I can't even tell you what the synopsis is about. So I'm just going to read the back to you. The back says, a convict and a rogue hold the fate of the universe in their hands. Wanted criminal Tess Bailey and her band of merry thieves are desperate and on the run. The most powerful ruler in the universe wants them dead. Their one offer to help comes from Shade Ganovan, an arrogant stranger with ambiguous motivations. At Tessa's side are her friends Fiona, an ex-rebel fighter with a rage so strong it could bring generals to their knees, gentle Shiori, and determined Jax and Miko. Steering their ship through the depths of space, together their friendship gives them strength. But will their bond be strong enough to defeat an enemy whose ruthlessness is legendary? As their luck runs out, Tess will have to choose. Should she fight against or yield to a temptation so strong it threatens to cleave the land of stars in two? So that sounds kind of interesting. So I'm hoping I get to this. If I don't, I'll get to it in June. But I'm pretty excited. The next one is another Sierra Simone book, which I had got gifted to me back in December whenever I was part of the Elfsters exchange in one of my book club Facebook groups. But it is Priest by Sierra Simone. This one I've heard is very dark and very smutty, and I think it's a standalone. But this is the, cover. That's not giving away anything. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I don't know anything about this either. So I'm just going to read the back of it to you. So basically, he's a priest, and here is his confession. There are many rules a priest can't break. A priest cannot marry. A priest cannot abandon his flock. A priest cannot forsake his God. Tyler Bell has had no problem playing by the rules for the past 3 years after a family tragedy set him on the path to priesthood. That all changes when the delicious, sultry voice of Poppy Danforth sinks its claws in him through the screen of his confessional booth, and he can't get her sins out of his head. It should be easy to put his impure thoughts of her to rest, considering the vows Tyler has taken. It should be nothing to overcome what the sight and sound of her does to him, when his life with the church means everything. But once he has his first forbidden taste of those red lips, Tyler can't help but break all the rules for Poppy, no matter what it might cost them both. So it's not a very long read. It's only, less than 300 pages. It's like 260 pages. And so I'm hoping I can get to this as well, because I really want to dive into Sierra Simone. I've heard nothing but good things for her. So I picked out 2 books that, might be good starters for me. The next one is a book that I am desperate to get to, because I have been putting this series off for so long. and that is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Now, the reason why I wanted to start with this one is because I have Once Upon a Broken Heart and the second book in the series. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, I want to get to those, and I have been told that you do not have to read the Caraval series in order to understand it, but I have heard a lot of people say that if you do read this series, it actually gives you more depth to some of the characters you meet and things that are going on. So I definitely want to do that. I know that this is a romance, and I know that it is about a girl that goes into Caraval, and it's like a game that she has to get out of. That's about what I know. It's a very, loved series. People, talk about it all the time. So I'm not going to read the synopsis to you, but I'm pretty excited to start this one. And this is a gorgeous edition. I just got it from Books A Million, and it has, this as the front. So can't wait to get to that. The next two I am very iffy about. I got them out of book boxes. I'm trying to get through my book box books that I still have so I can either sell them or give them to some friends or keep them if I end up enjoying them. But I have Light Lark by Alex Astor, which is a book that I've heard very mixed reviews about. This is the bookish box edition. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. All it says on the back is 500 years before each of the 6 realms, Wildling, Starling, Moonling, Skyling, Sunling, and Nightshade, were cursed. Their strengths turned into their own personal poisons. Each curse was uniquely wicked. So I don't know what this is about, but I don't really like the cover. I don't know. I do like the edges, though. So we're going to see if I even get to this. I just have a feeling that I'm not going to enjoy it very well, and it's probably going to be a book that I'm going to unhaul at the end of the year. The next one is a book that I got from Fairy Loot, and it is called The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. Anyway, this is a gorgeous edition. It just says, inside every story is a secret, inside every marriage is a lie. So I think that the married couple go to like this, she inherits like this house, and then like her secrets or whatever, because she like tells him, don't ever, dive into my past or ask me about my past. And he starts asking, and things go from there. So I think I have more high hopes for this book than I do Light Lark, but we'll see if I even get to it this month. I did get a damaged copy, which really sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not too picky on that. I mean, if they come a little damaged, I mean, they're going to end up being damaged at some point in my life. So I'm not going to cradle them with, tender love and care, unless it's my Sarah J. Maas collection. Those will be bubble wrapped like with an entire roll per book. So these are the books that I plan on trying to read in May. Ooh, it's a heavy stack. Let me see if I can get it all. There we go. And we'll just see how many I get through. I do have the first 3 books that I mentioned as my top priority that I am going to be reading at the beginning of May. And then the rest of them are just going to be sprinkled in, whichever ones I gravitate towards. Like I said, definitely, check out my Patreon that is now live. Definitely join me there. Get some, exclusive content. Pick what books I read, things like that. Make sure that you comment below. Let me know if you signed up as a Patreon member. And also let me know if any of these books you've read that you've enjoyed, haven't enjoyed, or which books are you going to read with me this month. So until next time, everyone, I hope you have a great day. Bye!